Hi, this is Sage of the Stage, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different on this channel. Today I'm going to compare Ofra Haza and Madonna. Both amazing, iconic female singers, but both from different parts of the world. Now, why am I doing this? For some reason, Ofra Haza is often referred as the Israeli Madonna. And to be fair, from, let's say, the first listen, just when you're listening to them, let's say, in the go, I don't really hear that much similarities, but that's exactly why I'm doing this video. I really want to understand what makes them similar, if anything, and just what makes them unique artists in their own turns. So Madonna is from America, Ofra Haza is an Israeli singer, and that just seems like two worlds apart, but I'm sure there's more to it than that. But first, I'm a singing coach and I teach singing every day through Skype, Zoom, what's video call, or whatever works for you. If that's something you're interested in, check out my website, singeverything.com, consider booking a lesson, and if you book more lessons up front, there are some discounts, so check out my FAQ section of the page for more information about that. So this video was requested by Lores. Thank you, Lores, for always supporting this channel. Thank you for requesting an analysis video from me. So I hope everybody is going to find this interesting and knowledgeable. So without further ado, let's go check this video out.
I'm counting to 10.
So completely different. I just love Ofra's voice. So mesmerizing. And that beautiful smile. Okay, so if I understood correctly, Lorette sent me this video. She said that this video was compiled of 7 clips, 7 from Madonna, 7 of Ofra, going one after another. So I'm going to pause it in between, sometimes maybe not all the time, and talk a little bit about it. So first of all, Madonna's song is completely different from Ofra's song. It's just completely different styles. Madonna had this kind of a sexy vibe in the beginning, and she used a lot of glissandos. Why glissandos? Glissandos are, you know, when sliding from one note to another. And she kind of used them in an essential way. She was going like, you know, she was kind of seducing us with the song. While Ofra's song was more rhythmical, more danceable, and it was really more frontally placed. Madonna's song would be better for a microphone, I think. But Ofra's singing is so frontally placed that she basically doesn't even need a microphone. Her trills, every single thing that she does with her voice is so well produced and so well rounded that she basically doesn't need any help with that. So my thoughts for the first clip, completely different. Let's see the next one. Nice.
I could have burned with the splendor of the brightest fire, or else I could choose time.
Nice. Kind of a musical theater approach here.
Remember, I was very young then,
but very well pronounced. Just the diction of the song is very good.
Could 50, 60, 70 be? I saw the light and I was on my way.
Nice. And even beautiful deep notes here. A little bit of grit. I like those. Just a beautiful Israeli thing to do. Or Hebrew, I would say. Just a beautiful vibrato control. And those unique Ofra trills.
רשפיה רשפייש השלהבת יה מים רבים לא יוכלו לכבות את אהבה
Her singing is just
ונהרות
angel kind.
ונהרות לא ישטפו
Amazing trills.
אם ייתן איש את כל הון ביתו.
Can you just focus on her mouth? That's what I'm talking about. Very frontally placed. You can almost see a little bit of vibrations here. Wow. Wow. So once again, completely different in my opinion. It's just, it's hard to compare songs that are not, first of all, let's say at least in the same genre. So Madonna's song was more like a musical theater song, and I'm actually very surprised how well Madonna can sing. To be fair, I haven't listened to her that much at all. I know her most popular songs, but even those, I know the studio version. So I actually haven't listened to her live performances. And I gotta say, hands down, Madonna is a good singer. First of all, she's very versatile. She can do a lot of different genres. For example, this is kind of a musical theater approach, and she really approached it very classically. She didn't just sing the song, she kind of added a little bit of drama. She really focused on every single vowel. She wasn't just perfect when it comes to music part, you know, hitting all the right notes, having a nice timbre, but she really gave it that necessary acting flavor, you know. For example, I need to get back to this a little bit.
So what use could 50, 60, 70
You know? So what use could a 15... You know, she was really emphasizing the words too much. Exactly how you do it sometimes in musical theater or even in opera. So those were kind of my impressions with her performance. When it comes to opera, first of all, the first difference is that she's singing a cappella. And opera just has such a melodic voice. It's almost like an instrument, you know. Her voice control is so good. I'm basically sure that she hasn't sang a flat note in her life ever. She's just perfect when it comes to that, and those trills that she does, that vibrato that she has. I've already talked about this in another video. She really has a strong vibrato, which means you can really hear it, but then again, it's not going from one note to another, you know. It's still staying on one note. It's not going a semi-note apart, which is kind of very hard because she's almost doing that. But that's what makes her, I think, a very crazy good singer, because she's almost going from one note to another, which will make it kind of sound not so good. She's really doing it so controlled that she's always in pitch, and she has time to basically tell us a story with her voice. You can even see when she smiles that she's using her mask, the vocal mask, very correctly. Her voice is so frontally placed. Once again, she basically doesn't need a microphone. Her voice is just laser beam focused, and there's not much to say about it. She's a perfect singer. So once again, when they're calling her the Israeli Madonna, I'm not really sure why to compare them. They're both different. The only kind of thing that is similar so far is that they're both kind of mezzo-sopranos, which is not that unique thing in its own to compare somebody about, you know. Then you can compare 1 million people to another 1 million people. But I think that's not enough basis to compare somebody, you know, or to say that they're that much similar, because there are 1 million mezzo-sopranos in the world and nobody's comparing them, because everybody has that unique vocal color. Everybody has a different timbre. Let's listen to the next clip and see what's going to happen there.
Why are you at my side?
Again, kind of a musical theater song.
Can I be any use to you now? How do we keep all our passions alive?
Man, she can sing.
As we used to do?
Madonna is great. I need to listen to her more often.
My heart, I'm concealing things that I
Very nice.
to say.
Very rounded operatic vocal.
To confess what I'm feeling.
Bretty, what I'm feeling.
Waiting you slip away. You must love me.
Man, she can do Broadway for sure. I didn't know that she was classically trained.
Love me.
I'm guessing she's classically trained because that sounds wonderful. Finally, we have Ofra with a band. I just like these Oriental melodies, you know, Israeli scales. Nice. They've added. I love the rhythm. I love this. I will tell you in a sec what's going on here. Okay, so basically what happened there with Ofra's clip is she basically had a conversation with a bass player. So she sang a melody, then a bass player kind of responded. It's almost like a question and answer thing going on, or vice versa. It was just a conversation. She even did a couple of those quick trills, and the bass player was just imitating that as well. So nice. Now let's go back to Madonna. I really didn't know that she was this good of a singer. First of all, I'm pretty sure, classically trained. This is a musical theater kind of feel. Once again, she's really good at that. She's amazing. She has a very nice pronunciation. She really knows how to round those vowels. She really has a nice approach. She really knows how to yawn when necessary. And when I say yawn, that's kind of a term that operatic singers use when they're just starting a phrase, you know? You're not just singing it, I don't know, na 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 na. You're kind of widening your throat by yawning, and it goes like, and she knows how to use that in a song, which I wouldn't say every singer knows how to do.
Not myself when you're around. Not myself and I don't know how. Not myself right now. I'm not myself when you go quiet.
This is a more kind of a spoken word song, more deeper.
I'm not myself at all. Jesus Christ, will you look at me? Don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Interesting lyrics. I wasn't expecting this from her for some reason.
When you're around, I don't know who I am. מעל פסגת הר הצופים.
Now I can hear some similarities.
ירושלים, האירי פנייך לפני.
Just a little bit. I just love her pronunciation. Man, I could listen to her read the dictionary and I would just fall in love. Her voice sounds so good with natural sounding instruments, you know, acoustic instruments. Piano, guitar. Nice, nice. Again, these songs are very hard to compare. And don't think of this video as a battle, you know. This is not a competition. Music is not a competition. Music is not sports. There's no winner here. These are just preferences. Somebody can love Madonna more, somebody can love Ofra more, but there are a couple of similarities here. For example, in this video, I can hear a little bit of that classical approach in Ofra singing that Madonna also used to sing when she was younger. And I think this clip would be better to compare with one of those previous clips from Madonna's. You can especially hear it when Ofra is just singing a straight note, when she's not using too much vibrato, because again, her vibrato is so unique that I really can't think of any other person that has a similar sounding voice when doing a vibrato as Ofra. So that's something that really separates her from everybody else. But when she's singing a straight note, when she's not using too much vibrato, in moments, yeah, she sounds a little bit like Madonna when Madonna was younger. So yeah, I think that's something interesting. But when it comes to Madonna, this song is very simple, you know. I feel that she just grabbed the guitar. She probably wrote the song in her room. It feels just like that singer-songwriter moment. It's not too technically and vocally hard to do, but it's a nice song. It has some interesting lyrics. And so far from what I can hear, when it comes to who's maybe more musically versatile or who has done more genres, I think Madonna is kind of more flexible in that aspect. Because so far we've listened to Madonna singing that kind of slow, sexy swing vibe. We've listened to her singing musical theater, and now we've kind of listened to this song, which is kind of country, but then again, not maybe just a soft ballad pop. And on the other hand, Ofra is kind of just sounding like Ofra in every single song. And I think that's probably Madonna's best strength, just being so versatile in genres.
Deep in my heart, I'm concealing things that I'm longing to say. Scared to confess what I'm feeling.
Nice. So a little bit of a classical approach mixed with kind of a Spanish vibe. Okay, now these two clips are more similar because again, here we have a guitar. But those I just love the way she pronounced every single word. Now this is definitely more into the pop era of Madonna. You can even hear it in the snare drum sound. A more upbeat song from Ofra. Jerusalem. Wow. Now, I'm actually thinking that this is one of the harder things that she sang. It sounds kind of easy, but this melody, it's kind of tricky, you know, not a very easy ascending line. And she does it like it's nothing. That's the power of Ofra's voice. Now, in these clips, we've gotten to see a little bit more upbeat songs from both of them. Madonna finally transitioned into this pop version that I'm most familiar with, and Ofra had a little bit of a more upbeat song as well. But one thing that I would like to say is Ofra's voice is more solo-like, you know? Her voice could stand alone and be amazing without any single instrument, which she has proven already with those a cappella songs. And even in the song Eloha, which I've analyzed already, she started a cappella, you know? She likes to start alone because her voice is just like that. It's basically an instrument, it's basically like a guitar solo, you know? But a very nice, melodic, not over the top guitar solo. While Madonna's voice is not so much a solo voice, I would say. I just think that Madonna's voice is so connected to the arrangement that it's just hard to picture her voice without instruments.
There was a time when I was happy in my life. There was a time when I thought I'd live forever. There was a time when I
Kind of a Celtic feel to the song.
Christ. There was a time I had a mother, it was nice. Oh, by the way, aren't
She's playing the
you
guitar with
here
just her
with
thumb.
me?
That's kind of weird.
No one else saw the things that you could see.
But it sounds nice, but it's just weird to see.
I'm trying hard to dry
You know,
my
you're usually
tears.
strumming it maybe like this, not just with your
Father,
thumb.
you know I'm not so free.
Okay,
Nobody else could
but singing is very much on point.
Nobody else could do the things that you could do. Nobody else
I think she
could hurt me like
really appreciates her lyrics, you know? She's more of a singer-songwriter, I think. Especially when she's just singing with a guitar.
Oh, mother, why aren't you here with me? No one else saw the things that you could see.
But a very nice ballad song.
I'm trying hard to dry my tears. Yes, Father, you know I'm not so free. I got to give it up.
I like the way she sings this one. This is probably my favorite so far. Okay, now she's strumming it. Kind of like you should be strumming it. But I understand what she wanted to do now. She wanted to make this first part a little bit softer, a little bit quieter. And now she's kind of building it up. Just a melismatic voice, mesmerizing voice from Ofra. And again, you can hear this instrument just playing this one bass note, holding it, you know, and Ofra is just doing a solo act. Wow, she's singing in English. Okay, so here's one thing. When she's singing deeper notes, she kind of sounds like Madonna when she's singing, when Madonna is playing with the guitar. This was actually kind of surprising to me. Here she kind of sounds like Madonna, but again, these glissandos and these short trills just make it so unique for Ofra. Again, she's basically going into a solo version of her voice, where she's singing these kind of vocalizes, you know, singing an ah sound, an o sound, u sound, just singing vowels. And she's always doing this with an interaction with some instrument. In this case, I think that's kind of a saxophone, a tenor sax, I think. Nice. Wow, it's over. Okay, so when Ofra is singing these lower notes, and when she's not doing too much of those trills and vibratos, she kind of has a little bit of a similar sound, similar timbre to Madonna. For example, let's compare these two short fragments for a second. Listen to these. Okay, now listen to this. A little bit. Okay, so here they sound a little bit similar, but just a little bit. The thing that really separates Ofra from Madonna is that she goes every single end of the phrase, musical phrase, she kind of sings like ta-na, you know, she sings two notes. She's not just landing on the main note that she wants to sing. She's always doing this little bit na. She's sliding from it very subtly. So listen. My mother holds me near. Okay, did you hear that small glissando? That's another thing that Madonna sometimes do, but I think Madonna emphasizes it a little bit more. Ofra is doing it very classy, very subtle. Madonna is kind of more, I think, aggressive in that area. The way that she ends her phrase is just completely different from Madonna. So one thing that I can say completely sure when I've listened to the whole video is that their range is kind of the same. I wouldn't say that Ofra has a bigger range than Madonna. They're basically using the same range. Maybe Ofra has a few higher notes than Madonna, but when it comes to the lower registers, they're basically the same. So here are my couple of impressions all in all. So first of all, they're both mezzo-sopranos. Their range is basically the same, but they're very much different when it comes to how they use their voice. Ofra uses her voice more as a solo melody, while Madonna uses her voice more to accompany the music following it. So Madonna's voice is maybe more blended with the music. I would say that Madonna is kind of more versatile when it comes to genres, because she was singing at least 4 or 5 genres here, while Ofra was kind of always in the same style, just the songs were kind of different in tempo and stuff like that. So Ofra's voice is surely more a solo voice. You know, you can enjoy Ofra's voice more a cappella than I think you can enjoy Madonna's voice, and that's basically what I have to say. In my opinion, they're not that similar at all, so I'm not really sure why people are insisting to call Ofra the Israeli Madonna. To tell you the truth, I don't hear that much similarities, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe you've heard something that I missed in this video, but let me know who you prefer more. Let me know if you enjoy this format. Maybe I do more videos like this. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, like it, share it with your friends, consider subscribing and hit that bell to get notified about my next videos. If you enjoy what I do on the channel, consider supporting me through my PayPal link by treating me to a cup of coffee. Think about it, coffees aren't that expensive, but every single thing adds up in the end and it really helps me in the long term. If you want to see these videos before anybody else and also be entitled to some other cool perks as well, check out my Patreon page because that's where everything is happening. And what to say, thank you to everybody that treated me to a coffee in the past, thank you to all of my patrons, and a special thanks to Lores who really adores Ofra and who requested this video. And what can I say? You look wonderful and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.